Hello everyone, I am Tejas and my partner Tarun. We are gonna talk about management is a science or an art, and we'll go through some case studies also. And my USN is 123, and my partner Tarun USN is 124. Let's directly go into the concept whether management as a science. I will deal with the management as a science, and my teammate Tarun will take the management as an art. Okay, let's see what's the mean. Like, science is a systematic body of knowledge preparing to a specific field of study that contains general facts which explains a phenomenon. It is usually characterized by, firstly, we'll talk about universally acceptance principle. We already know that, right? Like example, law of gravitation. Similarly, in management also have principle of unity of command, that is one man, one boss. This principle is applicable to business or non-business also. Okay, then we'll go to the second one, that is cause and effect relationship. Uh, when metals are heated up, if you come in science domain, when metals are heated up, they are expanded. As in management also, lack of parity or balance between authority and responsibility will lead to ineffectiveness. Okay, let's go to the third aspect, experimentation and observation. If in science, if for example, if we consider principle that Earth goes around the sun, been scientifically proved, right? In management principle also, um, based on scientific inquiry. Example, it is observed that fair remuneration to personnel helps in creating a satisfied workforce among the people who used to work. From these points, what I can tell is management is a flexible science and it produces different results at different times, and therefore it is behavioral science. Okay, okay. Let's learn about case study related to this. Okay, here Kamal, Khan, and David are partners in a firm engaged in the distribution of dairy products in Madhya Pradesh. Kamal is a holder of senior secondary school certificate from Central Board of Secondary Education with business studies as one of his elective subjects. Khan had done his post-graduation in Hindi literature and David in dairy farming. One day there was a serious discussion between Khan and David regarding the nature of management as a science. Khan argued that management was not a science, whereas David was of the opinion that management is a science. Kamal intervened and corrected both Khan and David about the nature of management as a science with the help of his knowledge of business studies. Okay, here let's not talk about how Kamal could have satisfied both Khan and David, right? Okay, uh, here this is how like he satisfied both of them by giving the following points for considering management as a science. First thing, like existence of systemized body of knowledge. Like in science, management has its own theory, techniques, and principles. It also draws some principles from various disciplines such as economics, sociology, psychology, and mathematics. So this feature of science is also present in management. Next, principles based on observation and experimentation. Management principles have been developed on basis of scientific observation and experiment in different types of organization. Third one, universally validity and application. The principles of management are not exact as the principle of science, and their applications and their usage is not universal, have to be modified according to given situation. However, they provide managers with certain standardized techniques that can be used in different situations irrespective of area, region, and country. So next, fourth point is like cause and effect relationship. Principles of management like science can establish cause and effect relationship between different variables. For example, lack of unity command would lead to confusion and discipline. So this feature of science is also present in management. Okay, finally, like hence management has some features of science that is the reason why it is considered as an inexact science or not a pure science. It's a soft science or a social science as management is concerned with human beings whose behavior can't be predicted with absolute accuracy. I think my part will end here, and my partner will continue with the management as an art.
Hi, good morning. I'm Tarun and my USN is 1MS 18 EC 124. As my friend Tejas explained about what management as a science is about, from his perspective, I'll be explaining what management as an art is about. So let's get started. Management as an art. We'll be wondering what management as an art is about. But before that, I want to tell you the exact meaning of what an art is about. So, art. Art is a diverse range of human activities involving the creation of visual, auditory, or performing artifacts or artworks, which expresses the creator's imagination, conceptual ideas, or technical skill intended to be appreciated primarily for the beauty or emotional power. This is the exact definition of art. Now, art implies application of knowledge and skill to trying about desired results. It is defined as personalized application of general theoretical principles for achieving best possible results. So art has following characteristics. It has many various amount of characteristics. So the first thing, practical knowledge. What practical knowledge is? Practical knowledge is the knowledge that is acquired by day to day hands on experiences. For example, a good painter, a good artist, or a good driver, or so as to a manager. In other words, practical knowledge is gained through doing things. It is very much based on real life endeavors and tasks, as we all know. And on the other hand, we have something called as theoretical knowledge too, which teaches us something about reasoning, techniques, and theory of knowledge. Now, practical knowledge, that is a good painter, so as manager has to know how to apply various principles in real life situations by functioning capacity of manager, which means to say that every manager he has to learn through his experiences, or for that matter, anybody from an artistic point of view through practices, they they make themselves better. This is something what is more important about practical knowledge. So personal skill. What is personal skill? Personal skills are nothing but the abilities possessed by a person which are deemed to be the strengths or weaknesses. And we also have something called as interpersonal skills. These are the abilities required by an individual to help them to communicate efficiently and effectively with others. So, for example, a good painter, as the example what is given over here, the examples what you have given is a painter has his own style towards his job, and every manager has his own way of managing things based on his knowledge, experience, and personality. For that matter, anybody. A personal skill is something what is very personal to an individual. We can't, for example, I can't be the same as my friend Tejas, or he can't possess the same characteristics as that of mine. So we have these kind of personal skills which are bound to ourselves. And we have third thing what is called as creativity. So many of us, before getting into this, many of us get confused between what is creativity and what is art. So let me give the difference now. Artistic ability includes skills and talent to create works of art. For example, drawing, sculpturing, or composition, music, painting, whatever. Creativity ability is the skill and talent to use our imagination to create and solve. So this is the difference between both of them. So now, creativity is nothing but every artist has an element of creativity in line. Creativity in line. Management is also creative in nature, like any other art. It combines human and non-human resources in a useful way so as to achieve desired results. And one more thing is that a better artist is creative, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to be an artist to be creative. Now, let's get into case study. Ramarjuna joins an IT firm as a system analyst after completing his master's in computer science. As the nature of his work demands, he has to work in very close coordination with all the departmental heads in the firm. So, coordinate close coordination with someone who's working under us or who's dictating terms to us, we have to make sure that we maintain close coordination with them. If that is not maintained in any field for that matter, in any industry or whatever it is, if close coordination is not maintained, then the work will not progress in a smooth manner. Now, very soon Ramajuna realizes that each departmental head has his own individual style of working. They differ greatly in their day to day approach to work. So, here it's a typical example of what management is from an artistic point of view. A different way of working, the approach of individuals vary. They tend to deal with a given situation, an issue, or a problem through a combination of their own experiences, creativity, imagination, initiative, and innovation. Because of all these experiences, creativities, imaginations, initiatives, and innovations, the individual grows. And this is something what we have to note down from artistic point of view. So here we must configure the nature of management. Now, in the above case, management is being considered as an art. Art is the skillful and personal application of existing knowledge to achieve desired results, which we all know as of now. The evaluation of management as an art is given below. Existence of theoretical knowledge. Before getting into this definition, before getting into the brief description of what we have given here, let me tell you what existence of theoretical knowledge from a common point of view means. Existence of theoretical knowledge, it means to say that lots of literature available based on study, observation, experience, innovations, etc. A good manager practices the art of management based on the materials available in various areas. So, art presupposes the existence of certain knowledge. Management fulfills this criterion as there exists a number of theories and principles on management which have been formulated by various management experts. We, whenever we join any company for that matter, we are trained for some time so that we're trained under someone so that we gain some amount of knowledge in that particular field and so that we can progress in a more efficient manner. That is the main reason for that. So, personalized applications. Art is a personalized concept. Management fulfills this criterion as a good manager works through a combination of his own experience, creativity, imaginations, initiatives, and innovations to carry out the assigned work. So, a good manager works through a combination of practices, creativities, imaginations, initiatives, and innovations. So, for example, if a task is assigned to me and if the same task is assigned to my friend, from the output point of view, the work can be done in two different ways. The work can be done in two different ways. He can do it in a different way. I'll be in a position to do it in a different way. And I don't think so that can satisfy everyone. People who are inclined to, if some individuals are inclined towards me, they might choose my model over his. And the vice versa can happen. So personalized applications is something what involves all these imaginations, initiatives, and innovations. Now, based on practice and creativity, all art is practical. Management fulfills this criterion as a person becomes a better manager with constant practice and experience. This also leads to emergence of different styles of management. So one can achieve perfection after long practice and based on his own creativity. Involvement in the activities of the organization, like study of critical situations and formulation of theories unique to the situation and concern. I mean, this is something what is important. Depending on the uniqueness, theories of uniqueness to the situation and concern, that is something what is more important. The uniqueness is something what gets improved based on practice and creativity. So this also leads to emergence of different styles of management. We become unique in terms of that. So finally, I want to conclude by saying this: management as both art and science. So science teaches us to know while art teaches us to do. So management is both an art and a science. To be successful, managers have to know and do things effectively and efficiently, right? This requires a unique combination of both science and art of managing them. It may, however, like it be said that art of managing begins where the science of managing stops. Since the science of managing is imperfect, the manager must run to the artistic managerial ability to perform a job satisfactorily. So, above, I want to conclude by saying that the above mentioned points clearly reveals that management combines features of both science as well as art. It is considered as a science because it has an organized body of knowledge which contains certain universal truth. It is called as an art because managing requires certain skills which are personal possessions of managers. So, science provides the knowledge, and art deals with the application of knowledge and skills. Thus, it may be said that managing in practice is an art, but the body of knowledge, methods, principles, etc., underlying the practice is science. Even some people might have a different opinion regarding this matter, but as a matter of fact, the art and science of managing are not so much conflicting as complementary. So, thank you. I would like to thank my E&M teachers, Jayashree ma'am and Raghuram sir, for giving us this wonderful opportunity to talk on management as both art and science. Thank you.